Liverpool vs Brighton, Diaz out, 9 changes, striker talks and takeover news. Welcome to l.f.c Transfer Daily News. Don't forget to like and subscribe. 9 changes, Diaz out, Liverpool predicted lineup vs Brighton. Arne Slot's side progressed into the League Cup quarter-finals by beating the Seagulls on the south coast on Wednesday evening, and just 65 hours after the final whistle, they'll face Fabian Hürzeler's in the Premier League. The Reds will be looking to win both of their Brighton fixtures this week. But with Slot's depleted squad in the Carabao Cup and one eye on the weekend, the Dutchman is expected to make a number of changes. 9 changes expected. One guaranteed change will undoubtedly be the return of Kevin Kelleher. The Irishman was rested on Wednesday, allowing Vítězslav Jaros to make his full Reds debut. While Jaros put on an impressive display, he will almost certainly return to the bench. Both Ryan Gravenberch and Trent Alexander-Arnold were rested on Wednesday and did not travel with the squad. Both are expected to slot back into the starting lineup. Virgil van Dijk travelled to the Amex but did not play while Ibrahima Konate came on for the dying minutes of the game, so both are expected to start. While Andy Robertson had a decent game at the Amex, Slot has alluded to the fact that he may not be ready to play 3 matches in a row and is expected to make way for Kostas Tsimikas. Jones vs Szoboszlai. Alexis Mac Allister, Mohamed Salah and Darwin Núñez featured off the bench and will also be expected to start. One place that is up for grabs in the midfield will be between Curtis Jones and Dominik Szoboszlai. Jones hasn't done anything to necessarily lose his place, but the fact he has started 2 games in a row may be a factor, so the Scouser isn't overworked. Left wing dilemma. Both Cody Gakpo and Luis Diaz were on the score sheet on Wednesday, giving Slot a headache on who starts at Anfield. However, the fact that Diaz played a full 90 minutes while Gakpo was subbed off in the 71st minute could be a telling sign. The Colombian will be hoping he gets to start his 3rd game in a row. He could make way for his Dutch counterpart, who has also performed well so far this season. Either way, whichever one Slot decides on, he does have the luxury to have a good option on the bench. Liverpool transfer news today. Striker talks begin, Robbo replacements. It's now just 2 months until January, but Liverpool still haven't tied down any of the key players to new contracts. Virgil van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Mohamed Salah will all be free to speak to clubs from abroad in the new year when they enter the last 6 months of the current deals. That will now be a huge concern for Liverpool supporters, with no sign of the trio coming even close to an agreement with the club. Arne Slot suggested he wasn't worried about the situation in his press conference ahead of Brighton, but he also didn't issue an update and suggested there was nothing new to report on. For Boston Red Sox fans, this may feel like a similar situation to what happened to one of their best stars of the modern era. Liverpool eyed 2 replacements for Robbo. Liverpool are keeping a close eye on potential replacements for left-back Andy Robertson as they look to the future of the defensive lineup. The 30-year-old has been a cornerstone of Liverpool's defence since his arrival from Hull City 7 years ago, offering defensive solidity, pinpoint passes and incredible attacking play. He has been integral to Liverpool's success in recent years. Liverpool have identified the left-back position as one with room for potential improvement, with Robertson having a difficult season so far, with his contract currently expiring in 2026, as well as the Reds only having one established backup option in Kostas Tsimikas. According to Team Talk, Liverpool are looking at preparing a bid for Bournemouth's Milos Kerkez. Liverpool begin Marmoush talks. Liverpool have a deep array of attacking options this season, but there remains uncertainty around Mohamed Salah's future. The Egyptian's contract expires next summer, and there is little to no information on whether or not the winger will extend his stay on Merseyside, with interest coming from both Europe and Saudi Arabia. Furthermore, there have been transfer links surrounding Darwin Núñez and Luis Diaz, who have both attracted interest from Barcelona. Due to the uncertainty, the Reds are considering potential options for their attack next season. Victor Gyökeres would be welcome, but he would certainly be expensive. Dario Osorio looks a good talent but has also been attracting interest from Real Madrid. Liverpool investors discussing £323 million takeover deal. Liverpool's owners Fenway Sports Group are highly respected within the sporting world. The Reds are a singular element within the group's network, which also consists of Major League Baseball side the Boston Red Sox and National Hockey League team the Pittsburgh Penguins. However, Liverpool are the only FSG-owned team outside of the United States. You can't deny the exponential growth Liverpool have been on under FSG's leadership in the last decade. from being on the brink of slipping out of relevance to now being one of the major names in world football again. However, the commercial revenue within American sports seems to be attracting one of the group's biggest backers. Reds investors set for major takeover. In recent years, a number of companies, including private equity firm Dynasty Equity, have purchased a minority stake at Anfield, while others have invested directly into FSG. According to TBR Football, one of the group's investors, Arctos, are looking at investing in NFL team the Buffalo Bills. The report states that in August the NFL approved private equity investment of up to 10% in a franchise's shares. This means that this would be a landmark deal not only for the Buffalo Bills but for the NFL as a whole. Dallas-based private equity firm Arctos, which has indirect investments in Liverpool, also holds minority stakes in Paris Saint-Germain and Atalanta. Based on Sportico's recent valuation of NFL teams, a 10% stake in the Bills is projected to cost Arctos around £323 million. Could FSG decide to cash in on Liverpool? It looks highly unlikely FSG would sell Liverpool in the near future. FSG stands out as one of the few sports groups with multiple teams ranked among the world's top 50 most valuable franchises. Liverpool's current valuation is estimated in the £3-4 billion range, though it could be higher with optimal market conditions. This impressive figure means that if FSG were to sell Liverpool today, they would likely see a return of at least 10 times their original £300 million investment 14 years ago. The Reds are considered to be a valuable commodity within the Premier League, with FSG believing that there is still room for further investment, despite thinking the group are reluctant to invest more money into club, especially on the pitch. Thanks for watching. Like and comment. Subscribe.